A lot of projects are planned and implemented every day. Some of them are successful, while others are unsuccessful. Megaprojects are often viewed as ambitious feats of engineering and architecture that showcase the potential of human ingenuity. We can highlight numerous successful megaprojects, such as those implemented in Dubai, where the city transformed from a desert into a bustling business center. However, alongside these triumphs, there are also numerous unsuccessful megaprojects. This is Fractus TV. Today, we will be exploring 5 of the world's most failed megaprojects, from a 700-villa empty city to the world's biggest hotel with 0 guests. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's start. Let's start the list of failed projects with Interstate H3, a breathtakingly scenic highway in the Aloha State, Hawaii. The 26-kilometer-long Interstate H3 passes through one of the most stunning landscapes in the world. However, the highway is as controversial as it is beautiful. It was first proposed in 1960, with defense considerations in mind, as the highway would connect the Pearl Harbor Naval Base on the south side to the Marine Corps Air Station on the east coast. The highway was finally opened in 1997, almost 37 years after it was originally proposed. Interstate H3 is often considered an engineering marvel because of the difficult terrain it is built and the advanced technologies used in its construction. The total cost of construction was $1.3 billion, which is about $50 million per kilometer, the most expensive cost per kilometer in the world. Despite the enormous budget, this beautiful highway isn't useful for everyone. Critics believe that it's a road to nowhere because the defense considerations of the 60s are no longer relevant, and the highway has no direct route to downtown Honolulu. Then there's the case of native Hawaiians, a majority of whom refuse to use the H3 to this day. They consider it to be cursed, as many religiously significant cultural sites were destroyed during its completion. The Interstate H3 highway is the most beautiful highway in the world, constructed with cutting-edge technology. But at the present time, it's no longer relevant. All in all, this is one of the most cost-effective and useless megaprojects in history. Burj Al Babas is a housing development project owned by Istanbul construction entrepreneurs, the Yerdalen brothers. The project involved the construction of 732 3-story luxury villas, all very similar to each other, and characterized by elements of Gothic, English, and American architecture. The main goal of the project was to create a luxurious city and sell it to Arab millionaires, each unit priced at about $540,000. Construction began on the complex in 2014. The developers aimed to finish the project in 4 years in the first stage of construction, with some $200 million spent on the construction of 587 of the planned 732 villas. However, in 2018, work was halted due to the real estate crisis in the market, as well as the depreciation of the Turkish lira. And as a result, the development company Sarot Group filed for bankruptcy in 2019 with $27 million in debt. Burj Al Babas' ranking in the real estate market was also affected by local complaints. According to the local news, many were frustrated that the castles didn't resemble anything in the area, particularly the historical Ottoman-style mansions. A lawsuit against the developers also claimed the company destroyed trees and harmed the environment. Although it may appear that the construction is completed at first glance, in reality, it only looks that way from the outside. The interior of the houses is completely unfinished. All 732 castles are sitting empty. What will happen in the future is unknown, but for the moment, we can definitely say that this project is a real fiasco. We also discussed Burj Al Babas in another video about abandoned cities. You can find the link to that video in the description. The Ryong Hotel, North Korea. The plan for a large hotel was a Cold War response to the completion of the then world's tallest hotel in 1986 by the South Korean company Sangyong Group. North Korean leadership envisioned the project as a channel for Western investors to step into the marketplace. A firm, the Ryong Hotel Investment and Management, was established to attract a hoped-for $230 million in foreign investment. Construction on a pyramid-shaped hotel began in 1987. The pyramid-shaped, super-tall skyscraper was planned to exceed 1,000 feet in height and was designed to have at least 3,000 rooms, as well as 5 revolving restaurants with panoramic views. In 1992, after the building had reached its full architectural height, work was halted due to the economic crisis in North Korea following the collapse of the Soviet Union. In a 2006 article, ABC News questioned whether North Korea had sufficient raw materials or energy for such a massive project. In 2008, after a 16-year pause, construction unexpectedly resumed. The hotel has since been clad in metal and glass and was later fitted with LED lights to turn it into a colorful nighttime spectacle. Construction work has started and stopped many times, fueling constant speculation over whether it will ever open to guests. In recent years, extensive work has been carried out on the site surrounding the hotel, which was recently opened up, making it possible for anyone to walk right up to the front entrance. But they aren't allowed to enter the hotel. Finally, we can confirm that the Ryong Hotel, which is still closed, is the world's tallest derelict and uninhabited building. In the suburbs of the eastern Chinese city of Hangzhou, people don't need to go to France to see the Eiffel Tower. That's because Paris is right in their country. The city of Tianduchen, or the capital of the sky, is a replica of Paris. Its main calling card is the Eiffel Tower, which is 1/3 the height of the real one. Construction at Tianduchen began around 2007. It can accommodate more than 10,000 residents. The original plans had an expected capacity of 10,000 residents. Today, the town's population is around 10% of that. The streets are unoccupied, shop fronts have been boarded up, iron railings are rusted over, and that famous fountain is bone dry. Unfortunately, high real estate prices and a change in economic growth have resulted in few visitors. Those that do arrive are usually inquisitive travelers or wedding parties and photographers on a day trip from nearby cities. A lot of the city's failings stem from its odd location. Only one hotel is open for foreign guests, the aptly named Tianduchen International Resort. The skies remain grey most of the year from the heavy pollution drifting in from factories in the surrounding area. The park that surrounds the Eiffel Tower is littered with trash and overgrown with weeds. There is no money to be made from this fake Parisian city, and no incoming wealth. Although the creators probably had a completely different environment in mind, the reality is completely different. No flocks of tourists, and no romantic movies being filmed beneath the Eiffel Tower. Just more money is being spent on new residences that no one can afford or would even want. In 2005, the Burmese government announced that it would be moving the country's capital from Yangon to a new city in the center of the country. The Pyi Taw was built from scratch at a cost of billions of dollars. Pyi Taw was designed on a massive scale, covering an area of approximately 7,000 square kilometers, making it significantly larger than most major cities in the world. It was designed to be a modern, planned city with all the latest amenities. Vast sums were allocated for infrastructure development, including expansive roads, government buildings, hotels, and recreational facilities. The city boasts vast boulevards, luxurious hotels, and sprawling government complexes. The construction of Pyi Taw came with an astronomical price tag. Although precise figures are hard to ascertain, estimates suggest that the project cost billions of dollars, a massive drain on the country's limited resources. The sheer magnitude of the infrastructure investments aimed to project an image of progress and prosperity. However, 18 years later, Pyi Taw remains largely empty and uninhabited. Critics argue that the considerable investment in Pyi Taw could have been better utilized to address pressing issues affecting the population. The Pyi Taw project is a testament to the failure of an extravagant vision, prioritizing grandiosity over practicality. The exorbitant expenses incurred during its construction, coupled with the lack of public consultation and economic viability, have resulted in a deserted capital city with empty streets, parks, and highways. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel.